maintain this. All right, I'll open up screen share as well if that's something that you would like to be seeing. Okay, cool. All right, so you might have noticed on the course modules a very hastily thrown together SIG Digi right here with the instructions. Okay, what we are doing today, I have taken all of the senior signatures, every single one of them, including the correctly submitted ones, and divided them equally across the 2 class periods. Okay? 6th period had more culling to do from a different photo shoot. You guys all have signatures. Each one of you has a folder, which can be found right here in P7, the P7 once you click on SIGs. Okay? Once you click on SIGs, you're going to find out that there is a P7 folder right here. And when you go into there, each of you has a set of signatures that you'll need to digitize. Okay? Some of them are correctly submitted. And the way that the cookie crumbled, you won't have any signatures to digitize at the current state. That's not the case for all of you, but if your signatures are all correct, then you don't have anything to do. Okay? If your signatures are incorrect, I'll use Brooklyn's folder as an example, you will see here that once you download these, even though they look correct on here, if we click on this, this has a PDF file extension. Okay? PDFs are incorrectly submitted. If we go to the next one, PNG is correctly submitted. You see how you can barely see the signature there? You can super not see it on the projector. You can barely see it on the screen share. That's correct. That one you don't need to do anything. This one's correct. You don't need to do anything. Correct. Don't need to do anything. Okay? Basically, the first step in this process is to find out which one of yours are incorrectly submitted. Like this one, for example. Even though this is a PNG and this is a PNG, because this one has the white space, it doesn't do what we need it to. It doesn't have what's called transparency. Okay? So let me see out of Brooklyn's folder here how many of them are incorrectly submitted. Brooklyn has 2 out of 9 incorrectly submitted senior signatures. What you do next is you can either download all of these signatures or just download the ones that didn't work. So that would be Jackson's. Okay, you'll note that on your handouts, which I'll talk about here in a second. So everybody needs to have the handouts. Jackson's, and who was the other one? I believe it was Braden's. Okay? Check these 2 boxes, hit the download key, and then just put them wherever. I'm going to put mine in the downloads for now, just because, and we're going to click save. Okay? What happens next, there's a lot of setup to this process, is it downloads a zip file. You click on the little open, or you click on the zip file. It's going to pop open the 2 signatures that you selected. The hiccups, excuse me. You're looking for this extract all button right here. Once you click that, this is the same thing as opening up your backpack, okay? These files are within your backpack, but we can't access them until you unzip the bag. All right? Just leave this the same. Click extract. Okay? Now Brooklyn has narrowed down her signatures from the ones that need to be edited into this PNG. When you double click, it should stay white. And this PDF, which should open in some type of Adobe Acrobat. Okay? Why we're using, or why I had you log into Creative Cloud is because we're going to use Photoshop or Illustrator, whichever you prefer or have experience with, to remove these white backgrounds or these PDF style incorrect submissions. Okay? I'm going to start with the PNG because it's going to be a little bit easier. You want to click on the PNG, right click, and then go open with, and choose Photoshop from the drop-down. You can also use Illustrator if you're familiar with image trace. I'm not very good at that, so I'm going to show you the faster version. Okay, it's a little bit less precise, but it is the same result. Okay, we're going to click on, right-click, open with Adobe Photoshop. Okay, bless you. Photoshop is going to take a second to open up. You just give her a second to do so. Okay, it'll look something like this. On your layers panel down here in the corner, this is very similar to InDesign, right? In color and in layout or Monarch. What we want to do is first make sure that this layer is unlocked. You see how there's no lock right here? It would look something like this. If it was locked, these would be grayed out. We can't access these, okay? Two ways you can remove the lock. You can drag it to the trash can, or you can just click on it and it'll disappear. Okay? To get the white part off of this signature, we want to take our magic wand tool, which is the fourth tool button down. You can also press the W key on your keyboard to select the wand. You click on it, and then you click in the white space. Oh no, we can't use the magic wand tool because no layers are selected. Easy fix. You click on layer 1 right down here so that it turns this lighter shade of gray, and then click in the white space. Alright? It's hard to see on the projector, but if I zoom in by holding the Alt key and scrolling in, you see these dotted lines, how they're moving a little bit, how they're scooting along like a line of ants. That's what they're called, a line of ants. You've made a selection. Because we've clicked on the white space, it's selected everything that's not the text, like this. We only have a few more steps, okay? You want to click on this button right down here. When you hover over it, it says Layer Masks. It's a little rectangle with a white circle. When you do that, or sorry, a white rectangle with a circle through it. When you click that button, it's going to do something like this. Okay? We have accidentally punched the text out of the signature and only left what we don't want. Okay? Thankfully, it's a very easy fix. If you click on the new square that appeared, you see on my screen it says Layer Mask Thumbnail. If I hold Control, CTRL, and then press the I key, it's going to invert that mask and give me a nice PNG image of my signature. Okay? There's still a little bit of white space in here that we want to remove underneath the B's. Take our magic wand tool, click. You can hit the delete key. Take our magic wand tool, click, hit the delete key. Okay, these do not have to be perfect because if the seniors wanted them to be perfect, they would have checked with me. Okay, so now we have a digitized signature. We're almost there with the PNG. You go up to File, then Export, and then this very first option right here, Quick Export as PNG. Okay, File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. When you do that, it's going to ask you where. Put it in your downloads. Leave the file name the same. Make sure that it says PNG at the end. Click Save. And that one is completed. So if we go back to my downloads folder, you can see there's Braden Bartholomew. Double click on that. It's going to have a digitized signature which looks correct, as you can see on our examples for see-through PNG. Okay? This process works for anything that has a white background PNG or is a JPEG image, a photograph of somebody's signature on a piece of paper. All right? This process is very similar if you have a PDF or a Word document as what is these seniors have submitted or what's inside of your folder. Okay? Let me show you that next, and then I'll be walking around making sure that these are working okay. All right. So back in my downloads, or back in this zip folder, wherever the actual one ended up. Let me find that real quick. Pretty sure it just went to the downloads. Okay. We've got, where did they go? Shoot. Here it is. Okay. We're going to extract these into themselves. I see what happened. Okay, so go back to downloads, and then there's a folder right here with today's date that's got your other signature on it. Okay, this is Jackson Barlament. We're going to double click on this PDF. Zoom out with the magnifying glass tool so that the whole thing is in frame. We can see the entire signature, right? Click on your Windows button. Type snip, which hopefully it will let me do. Okay, cool. All right, this little guy will pop up. You want to select the camera one, the photography camera one. click New, and then drag a box around the PDF signature. Okay? It's going to pop open in the snipping tool like this. Click Save. Put it in your downloads. You can put it back into that same folder where it originally came from. Jackson Parliament. You want to put the senior's name on there. Jackson Parliament, save. And then the process starts over for the background PNG removal. Okay? This also works for docx's, Word documents. You take a screenshot, you right click, open with, Photoshop. This is the fast version. Make sure your layer's unlocked. Take your magic wand tool, click on the white, click the little box right down here, make it into a mask. Control I, click with your wand, backspace, click with your wand, backspace, click with your wand, backspace. File, export, quick export as PNG, save. Once you've completed all of your incorrectly submitted signatures, if I go into here, actually it's in the downloads. Now if we open up Braden Barth, oh, that's the one we did earlier. Now if we open up Jackson Parliament, there's still a little bit of white left over, but it's a lot easier to put it into the senior mug section, which is what we're working on. And since there's only one of me and there's lots of us, instead of each of us doing a bunch, each of us is only going to do a handful and spread the workload. Okay? Once you've got your signatures fixed up, they're going to both be PNG files, and they're both going to be transparent, see-through, like you can see on your example sheet. You can either upload them to Canvas through messages. I'm going to put the assignment opportunity to submit SIGs as well, or you can Control-C, go into your OneDrive folder where it says Exports. Let me double click. Actually, not Control-C. You can open up your folder that says Exports, drag the new signatures in, drop them, and then when I go back in a little bit later, I can see that they've been correctly uploaded. Okay? A lot of steps today. A lot of process happens today. So, we'll worry about deadline 4 on Thursday, because today and tomorrow for 6th and 7th period, I need you guys' help to digitize these signatures so that they can go on the senior mug page. Okay? If your folder is completely full of see-through PNGs, you're good. You got nothing to worry about. You can help other students who need walkthroughs on how to get this done. Okay? But if yours has docx's, PNGs, JPEGs, you got to do a little digitizing. All right? I'll be walking around. I'm going to upload this video, so give me a second to do that. Take me about 2 minutes. The rest of the day is dedicated to digitizing these signatures. All right? Cool. Thank you guys for listening. You can unlock now.